Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Against the Public for July 27th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we'll go through my top Major League Baseball free plays for Saturday, and then we'll wrap it up with something we don't talk about very much, and that's run lines in Major League Baseball. We'll break that down to end the show. After the show, please also go to Pickdawgz.com and get involved with one of my premium packages that are locked and loaded right now. You can get all three of my premium Major League Baseball plays for just $49.99 tomorrow. And of course, you can also buy those individually, but those always come with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, there's only one way to get every play that I release, whether it's Major League Baseball, the upcoming NFL preseason, a regular season, college football, NHL, NBA, college basketball. That's just simply to become an all-access member. And you could do that for the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, right now, our Christmas and July sale, get every play I release for the next 365 days for just over $3 a day, just $3.02 a day. That's the best offer I've had on here in a long time, and we know the NFL preseason is coming up. The NFL season's coming up. That offer is worth the entire football season itself. But you also get the NHL, NBA, and college basketball, and right back to this time next year in Major League Baseball as well. We're 6 days away from the Hall of Fame game between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. I already have my preseason package up on the Pick Dawgz website, just $199.99. Gives you every play that I release in preseason. And of course, you know, NFL, college football last year, over 4,000 units won. So make sure you don't miss out this year. And if you joined me last year, I expect to see each and every one of you back on board again in 2024. Okay, on to your free plays for Saturday, and we'll start things off 3:07 Eastern Time, 963, 964. Texas Rangers against the Toronto Blue Jays, almost said Maple Leafs. Michael Lorenzen against Kevin Gausman. Gausman minus $1.46. 8 is your total. Make sure to shop for this number because we're starting to see a lot of 8.5s pop up. And that's because we had 8s minus $1.25, then it went to $1.30, and you just know the 8.5s were going to come after that, and we are starting to see those. But a couple 8s still available, so try to shop for that number. Obviously, the difference between 8 and 8.5 is not that big of a deal. You're going to give up that push with the 8, but obviously we give these games out thinking we're going to go way beyond 8. So we're not giving free plays out hoping that we get to 9 runs. But the reason for the move, well, public is pounding the over. 98% of the money and the tickets are on the over, so no surprise we're going to 8.5 probably by the morning. Michael Lorenzen's 5-5 this year, a 3.53 ERA. He's given up 5 earned runs in his last two of his last 4 starts. He's been much better at home than on the road, but has been very effective on both on the road and at home. Just the numbers are a little bit better at home than they are on the road. As far as Kevin Gausman is concerned, 8-8 this year, 4.55 ERA. Over his last 4 starts, a 2-time All-Star, has given up 15 earned runs in 24 innings. That's a 5.63 ERA, not pointed in the right direction. We're going to go and take those 8 and take that 8, and hopefully you can find that. Whether it's 8, 8.5, same pick. Over 8 minus $1.30. Game number 2, 6:05 Eastern Time, 977, 978. Cleveland Guardians against the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies minus $1.61, 9 over minus 20. Carlos Carrasco against Tyler Phillips. We're going right back to a system that I've been using for a long time. I talked to you about it a little bit yesterday, and that's betting the under when we have 2 teams that are over 500 and the public is on the over or on one side 65% or more. And we do see 65% or more on the over in this one, so we're going to go against the public. System is 89-75 this season, 1,589 and 1,353 long term. That's a 5% return on investment both this season and long term. In this one, we see 98% of the money and the ticket count is on the over, so this of course more than qualifies for that trend. Carlos Carrasco, 3-8 this year, 5.32 ERA, looking to bounce back after getting scorched by the Detroit Tigers in his last outing. 2 of the 3 games after Carrasco has allowed 4 earned runs or more. He has bounced right back nicely, so we expect that to happen in this game as well. Tyler Phillips, 2-0 this year, 2.81 ERA, makes his third start of the season. He shut out the Pittsburgh Pirates in his last start, allowing 4 hits in just 6 innings. We are going to go with the under here, even money. Under 9 even money. Game number 3, 9:38 Eastern Time, 971, 972. Oakland Athletics against the Los Angeles Angels. Angels minus $1.21. 9 over minus 17. Mitch Spence against Tyler Anderson. I guess the public feels like the Angels have got to win one at some point here, but we see 89% of the money on the Angels, 82% of the tickets. Athletics took 2 or 3 from in Oakland a week ago, and now they've taken the first 2 games of this 4-game series in Los Angeles. And it looks to me like the odds makers even have less faith in the Angels than I do. We saw yesterday that the Angels were actually an underdog at home against the Oakland Athletics. Betting pushed the Angels to a favorite before it closed. But that was a very interesting number. We talked about that yesterday. A's have won 7 of the last 9. They're sending Mitch Spence to the mound. Spence tries to quiet the Angels' bats once again. We saw that about a week ago. 2 earned runs in 5 1/3 innings against the Angels, and 8-2 Oakland Athletics win. He's going to go back-to-back against the Angels. Difficult to do, but not impossible for sure. We've seen that happen a couple times this year. And as far as Anderson, terrific 2.91 ERA, but has given up 14 earned runs and 29 1/3 innings. That's a 4.30 ERA, so not going in the right direction. He did face the A's about a month ago. The Angels won that game 7-5. He gave up 3 earned runs in 5 innings. Did allow 5 walks in that outing as well. I'm going to go with the plus money on this one. We'll take the A's plus 107. It seems to me the A's have the Angels number. They've had the Pirates number for the last couple of years as well. Just one of those teams that the Angels really stubbed their toe against, and we're just going to continue taking the plus money with the A's in this one. Before we go, tonight's handicapping tip. Let's go to run lines, as we talked about earlier in the show. Really haven't talked about run lines very much because I don't give them out. Not something I really have any interest in getting involved in, but I know a lot of people that do, and we've been asked about that, so I want to make sure that I give you those numbers. Now, underdogs this year against the run line, that means getting plus 1.5. Underdogs are 880 and 678, a 565 win percentage, not bad, but minus 33.81 units. Favorites even worse, minus 1.5, minus 55.90 units. Home teams this year, minus 58.86 units, and road teams minus 29.09 units. So a lot of negatives so far, but let's take a look at the teams that have done well against the run line this year. Houston, number 1, 57 and 46, plus 13.36 units. Baltimore, 10.26 units to the positive, and Kansas City, 59 and 45, plus 9.50 units. The worst teams against the run line, Chicago Cubs, 49 and 56, minus 17.90 units. Seattle Mariners, 44 and 61, minus 15.75 units. And Toronto Blue Jays, 49 and 54, minus 14.37 units. And if I said that wrong, Cubs are minus 17 units, almost 18 units. Seattle, minus 15.75. Toronto, 14.37. Now, let's break it down a little bit. We'll break it down by bet percentages. And we know that teams that are getting 50% or more, we'll say 50.1% or more of the public's backing financially, are 548 and 724 this year, minus 61.34 units. So let's flip it over to the other side. And this is very much a contrarian way to bet baseball on the run line. Teams that are getting between 0 and 49.9% of the money are 102 and 122. That's pretty good, plus 4.09 units. 0 to 40%, 77 and 84, plus 11.06 units, and 0 to 35%, 62 and 60, plus 14.44 units, and 30% or lower, 46 and 40, 46 and 44 plus 7.30 units. So if we kind of look at that, the one thing that sticks out is teams getting less than 35% of the money are up 14.44 units this year. Something that you might want to kind of put in the back of your mind if you'd like to bet on the run line. It does look like, though, that teams that are getting less than 50% of the money, more than looks like, it is an actual statistical fact that teams that are getting less than 50% of the money have done fantastic this year against the run line. If there's anything you'd like me to research, please drop me a comment on the YouTube channel. I'll get to it as soon as I can if I have the numbers, and I usually do. So thank you to everybody who has posted suggestions, and I think we've gotten through most of those. That does it for your Saturday free plays and handicapping tip of the day. Please go to pickdawgz.com, get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play that I release from now until this time next year, or you can do it over the next 30 days, over the next 90 days as well. Bunch of brand new packages on the website. That all-access pass for 365 days. Christmas in July ends the 1st of August. So you can jump on that, throw it on the debit card, throw it on the credit card. We'll pay that off as we go. Here's your Sunday free play recap. Texas, Toronto over 8 minus $1.30. You will probably find an 8.5 on that. Cleveland, Philadelphia under 9, even money, and Oakland plus $1.07. That does it for today's show. Thank you to everybody who continues to watch on a daily basis. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Saturday.